Welcome back, YouTubers, to another Q&A question and answer session with us, the British Fist.
Coaching.
The double fisting indeed. I am Mr. Parkin. This guy sitting next to me is none other than the great one. It's NJ.
What's up?
I bet you guys thought I was talking about The Rock, didn't you? No, I was definitely talking about NJ. Subscribe above, like this video, and comment any thoughts you have on the questions we've answered down in the comment section below.
Make sure you contact us in the link in the box below.
Yes, you'll see links down there also for how you contact us to give us questions. YouTube inbox, facebook.com/British Fist, or indeed commenting down below. Or you can tweet us questions as well. Just hashtag like British Fist QA or something like that, and we'll get it then hopefully. So yeah, you can add us on Twitter and send us questions through Twitter as well. So this is Q&A number 60. Q&A number 60. Man, we've done a lot of these Q&As now, haven't we?
I feel old.
Yeah, I'm 23, and I'm 23 soon. I'm feeling really old right now. I don't know. You're 20. How old are you again?
24.
25, so you're a bit older than me. So yeah, let's just get straight into this Q&A. Forget how old we are. But once again, guys, I just want to say a special thank you because we've been overwhelmed by questions. We've literally got 9 or 10 pages worth of questions, and we're not going to be able to get through them all in these next 3 Q&As. But really thank you guys for sending us in like so many questions and so many good questions as well. We've spent hours trying to sort them out and stuff, haven't we?
You know what, people?
Yeah.
You better freaking send more questions in to us. Keep them coming, yeah?
Sounds like something Terminator NJ would say. Anyway, we're moving on to the Q&A. Clarkson Joel Lopez. Do you guys think that the WWE has to turn John Cena heel one day, or why not? I think they do have to. Every character has to have some sort of evolution, you know.
Once the WWE decide to break the PG a little bit and allow the negative and the bad stuff to happen a bit more than it does, I think they'll be more able to think, right, we're more focusing on what should happen in the WWE, and it will eventually lead to Cena turning heel, because every chance he's had at the moment, he's failed.
I think what they need to do first is build up a big baby face, maybe a Sheamus or something like that, or a CM Punk possibly, to take over that #1 babyface role, so Cena just doesn't look like a dominant heel. I think that's one thing. If they're going to turn Cena heel, they're going to need to make a Sheamus someone like a #1 babyface or something like that, or a CM Punk, like you're saying there. That's going to have to happen first before they can turn Cena heel, because or else you don't have that top babyface that draws money.
Even if they do, let's say CM Punk in 2 years' time becomes a huge babyface for the company, there's still the damaging effect that Cena, for years and years and years, has been a money-drawing thing.
Yeah.
The guy that people have paid to see. So even if they do turn him heel, they do rely on the new face Punk, it still won't not be the same that Cena offered them.
I think Cena has been the face for like 7 years. It's going to be difficult to replace the guy. But hey, Hogan was a face for a long time and they managed to replace him, so we'll see how they go with that one. Why does WWE continue to keep that stupid spinner belt? Don't know why, but hopefully they replace it at the 1000th Raw, even though this is being put out after the 1000th Raw.
That belt definitely needs to go, so hopefully, but it is a bit late now, they got rid of that spinning belt because every wrestler's held it after Cena. They did not change it.
It just looks stupid as well, doesn't it?
It does, so I thought like Alberto or CM Punk should have changed it, and now we're finally, hopefully, changed it now.
The stupid thing about it, it doesn't even spin anymore. It's just a stupid still spinner belt. But we will move on to the next question. Warlocks27 asks us a question. Ever since WWE started this AJ Punk, Kane, Bryan angle, AJ has become the best diva to where they are cheering her. Do you guys think it's sad that the only way to get a diva over is to make them a psycho beside Karma? I think any way you can get someone over is generally a good way. I mean, the whole psycho diva thing, as much as we didn't like it, it did draw in viewers. It drew in like 700,000 viewers on that Raw one time.
That's true. My problem with AJ at the minute is your point you've just made. She's had to go through a psycho breakup storyline to actually get her name even bigger than what it was when she joined, when I think it should be more of an in-ring ability, which she hasn't really shown at this point in time. So I do see where you're coming from.
I mean, they did the same thing with Mickie James, and she eventually became a big diva for that company. You never really know with AJ.
The thing with AJ and Mickie is that Mickie, during her cycle time, she was putting on great wrestling matches and proving that she can wrestle. AJ gets, most of her matches that she's won, there's always been a distraction or something and a few moves in the ring. So in my opinion, I'm probably with the fans who think we need to see AJ more in the ring than relationships and stuff. And
she also is to the point now where she is very over, and she should be going after the Divas Championship, you would think. Especially if they have nothing lined up for her after this whole marriage thing they're doing. They might as well just make her go after the Divas Championship against Layla.
Give her a more contender and make her go for it.
Punisher LH. Who do you think will be the person to end CM Punk's current reign as WWE Champion? He's had a long reign, hasn't he? It could be Cena. I mean, obviously, we don't know yet. We haven't watched the House of Raw. It could be Cena. But other than Cena, Big Show? I mean, I don't know. I mean, have they really built up anyone else to take that belt from CM Punk after 7 or 8 months?
Even though this guy's probably going to SmackDown, I would vote for Wade Barrett.
Barrett would be a good option. Maybe even, I mean, Cena obviously has cashed in that Money in the Bank on him. So it could be Cena, Barrett, like a heel like Big Show possibly. Who really knows? I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, they'll need to build someone up big to take that championship that's been on CM Punk for so long. Because let's face it, Daniel Bryan and Kane, not really people that could hold that WWE Championship.
And Jericho failed. Surprise, surprise.
And he did as well, along with guys like Dolph Ziggler. AJ Warrior. Actually, no, sorry. The first question is Mega Freddy 25. I did see you move the document up there, NJ. If you were WWE writers, what would you do with the AJ Bryan and Punk storyline? Would you add people or subtract people?
Well, the fact that they give us that match so many times already, it was getting to a point where something needed to be different. And yes, they're probably building up to a bigger pay-per-view, even though they failed that because it finished at Money in the Bank. Yeah. They should probably done a special stipulation match or a special tight match and finished it that way. Instead of probably, I much like Kane. Kane was just there to make it different, but I would have just done a stipulation match.
First thing I would have done is I would have made Daniel Bryan and CM Punk touch a lot less. I understand why WWE put AJ in there, put a lot of the focus on her because CM Punk and Daniel Bryan weren't drawing. So I do understand that from a business standpoint. I would have liked to have seen a bit less of AJ in my opinion. But like I said, we don't really know where this would have gone really. And we got Psycho NJ as well. But would I have added or subtracted people? No. I mean, you might as well have just kept these two feuding and had AJ in there at some point. The Kane edition was good to sort of fill out and add a little bit more to the storyline with AJ, I guess. The next question is from AJ Warrior. Where do you see Raw going 3 hours? I see it going down the drain. I see it too.
I see the good in it, but if the WWE don't take advantage of the good, then it's going to be going down the drain, like you said.
Yeah. The Raw we're going to be getting yesterday, will be a great Raw, but from then on they're going to struggle to keep things. They're going to struggle to fill 3 hours worth of time, and I think eventually they'll go back to 2 hours. I don't see why they're doing 3 hours, really, to be honest with you, but it will go downhill in my opinion, especially since they won't be able to fill up the time. They don't really have that many feuds or anything, or writing to do that.
Not really. There's a chance they can make segments last longer, matches last longer, hopefully use their roster better. But if they don't do any of those 3, then yes, it's going to fail, and they'll have to go back to 2 hours.
Or more filler for us, that's all we can say. Mr. Tiffer624, do you think Hornswoggle was actually the Raw GM all this time? Nah. It was just a last-minute ditch for ratings, wasn't it?
In my opinion, I don't think... Yes, they were trying to finish off, write it off, but they didn't really need to bring that back. Basically, just thought it was dead, and Edge was the one who finished it. But sadly, it came back. And for entertainment purposes, just because they needed a GM for that show, they used an anonymous GM, they used Hornswoggle. And even the second then Hornswoggle was revealed, it weren't entertaining, so I don't think he was the GM.
No, I mean, how could you expect Hornswoggle to be the actual GM? I mean, really, you want us to believe that, WWE? Who do you want to be announced as the new Raw GM in the 1000th episode? You know what? I mean, we're recording this before the 1000th episode, so we don't know who the Raw GM is yet. So before you guys say, but we already know, we don't. We're recording this on the Sunday before Raw, but... I mean, they're keeping it very secret. We really don't know, do we? That's the thing.
Well, you asked who do you want? Well, I've got 3 initials. HBK.
That would be pretty cool. I'd love to see Ric Flair being the GM or something like Vince McMahon, possibly Shane or Steph. I don't know.
Well, I don't mean to counter your point, but just Ric Flair, as you all know, I'm not a fan of him as much as I used to be because he went from TNA, now he's come back to the WWE. It's just like, he can't stay away. He went through a great story, now he's finished, but Ric Flair has got the rest of the business behind him. So if he was to come in, I'd eventually find a way of accepting it.
Who really knows what they're going to do? We'll find out on the Raw, which is just gone. TR3 Da Truth. Who do you think the WWE getting Johnny Ace off TV was wrong? The wrong move. The guy drew so much heat, and he was a great antagonist for the faces to go up against. What do you guys think? What do you think about? Do you think Johnny Ace going off TV was the wrong move?
Oh yeah, on my home, spent on my kids.
Well, to be honest with you, the WWE didn't exactly get much better after he went off TV, so it could be considered the wrong move. The guy did draw a lot of heat, and we never really got that big sort of payoff, in my opinion, of all the time and effort they devoted to the Johnny Ace character and getting him heat.
Compared to Bischoff, Johnny Ace didn't really do hardly as much. He didn't really stand out. Bishop's name would always be remembered. Johnny Ace didn't really do anything that will make his name most memorable.
People Power!
Apart from that, that wasn't as strong as the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, People Power was awesome, though, I will say that. But, I mean, getting Johnny Ace on TV could be considered a wrong move. It just depends where WWE go with the GM thing, and that's obviously part of the 1,000th Raw, so there we go. John Leslie Reed. Personally, I think Taker's streak should never be broken due to how much he's put into the business, but if it had to end, who would you both choose to end it? I think we both know who we would end it.
Santino!
No, not Santino. The British guy that we were always going on about. Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
Definitely Wade Barrett. I mean, I would love to see Wade Barrett end the streak, but to be honest with you, I don't ever think the streak should end. I really don't. I mean, Barrett would be a nice young guy to sort of give that rub to, but I don't think the streak should ever end.
Well, I'm too slow, like you always know. The way that Taker spoke about his streak, the only way you're going to finish me off is end my streak. If the WWE came to a time when Taker had to leave, I think it should become a match where you think it could go either way, but Taker eventually loses by, let's say, counter or just silly like that, so it doesn't make Taker look bad, or don't finish it, just so if they needed to, Taker still make an appearance and have one of them match.
Yep, Dolph Ziggler won Money in the Bank, but Cody has also been getting a good push. Who do you think will be world champ first? Oh, Ziggler. Because Cody Rhodes, they're building him up to get that championship at a legit time. Ziggler may lose his cash in, but you've got to think Ziggler, now he's got Money in the Bank, he'll definitely be world champ. And he's already been world champ anyway. So, yeah, technically, Ziggler will be first out of those two anyway.
Even though Cody Rhodes, as many people would say, has been built up in a way that he's gone through the mid-card, made himself a big heel, he could become the World Heavyweight Champion. I think at this moment in time, before they put more emphasis on Cody, Ziggler's got the chance to become it first.
Yeah, we've already had this question once, but we'll answer it again. Who do you think will end Punk's title reign? Personally, I'm hoping Wade Barrett. So are we. We'd love to see Wade Barrett end the title reign, but could be Cena. That's all we need to say, really. The Raven27. I hope I pronounced that correctly, brother. Do you think Hernandez, a.k.a. Supermex, would do well in WWE? He has the body and the look, but he's so reckless in the ring. I doubt WWE would really want him, and I don't think he'd do well.
Well, we'll talk about reckless. We've got Ryback, who's just as reckless. So I think, to be honest, they could take the risk, but I don't think he would want to water it down to a character where he's not as ruthless in the ring.
Let's just move on. Joshua Adams 249. Who's your favourite British wrestler from WWE, WCW, ECW, ROH, or TNA? There's a lot of Brits that we like. William Regal is one of them. I love William Regal. Bulldog was another one. Barrett is our current favourite British star. I mean, from ROH, you had Nigel McGuinness, who's always a favourite. I like Nigel McGuinness. Who was your favourite British guy out of all those?
Well, Wade Barrett has definitely got me to like him in what he's done. British Bulldog could put on great matches to debate between those two.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with Regal. I think Regal has left a legacy, which I think will be a good stature for British wrestlers upcoming. So I'll say William Regal. Spaz Phoenix. What do you guys think of the team of Kid and Gabriel? Being that the last few thrown together championship teams were crap, Air Boom and Kofi and Truth, Air Boom version 2. Gabriel and Kid could be a sleeper as the next big breakout team.
But she just sort of broke them up with my fingers because now Tyson seems to be going in a different direction, and Gabriel, he should have been in the mid-card.
He should be. You've got to imagine that. I mean, he made events at NXT the other week with Heath Slater, and I was sitting there thinking, man, these guys should have been made into stars by now. But I liked the Kid and Gabriel tag team. I like that they're both high flyers. They've not really been seen together since, but I do think they'd make a good tag team. Hell, it would be a great way to get them both on TV if they're involved in the tag team title, maybe.
They were together briefly, but I don't think... Maybe the WWE knew they were going to work, but obviously with the injury that happened and stuff, it just went... I would like to see it, but not now.
Yeah, AJ Warrior once again asked us a question. If you were a wrestler in the WWE, what three superstars would you like to face at WrestleMania out of John Cena, AJ, The Undertaker, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, Kane, CM Punk, and Heath Slater? What three superstars would you like to face at WrestleMania?
Well, three. My three would be...
John Cena.
Cena?
So you can kick his ass.
That's pretty much it. Take it because I'll end the streak easily.
Oh yeah, MJ.
And then there will be none other than the Monster Kane, because I'll prove who the real devil's favourite demon is.
Oh, you will indeed. And trust me, he does have a dark side, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen it.
The brick.
First, to me, it would be AJ, just because me and AJ kind of have a bit of a love fest in the middle of the ring, and that would be a WrestleMania draw, I guarantee it. Heath Slater, just so I can kick the fuck out of him, because I fucking hate Heath Slater. And I must admit... Taker, the ability to try and end the streak is a convincing one for me as well.
Very true, because I think with Taker being the top guy in the WWF, WWE, he would be definitely the one to worth facing to get us put over and maybe beat.
And to be honest with you, he'd also probably treat us very well in the ring, hopefully. Deep in everything. You're deep in everything. You're also very deep in questions, as you asked us 3. What are your top 5 favourite technical wrestlers of all time? We've got a 5. We'll go through it one by one. Number 1, in my opinion, is Bret Hart. He was a fantastic technical wrestler. There was a reason why he was called the Excellence of Execution. Execution, not education. My bad.
And it'll be the Ankle Lock, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, Chris Benoit was also a fantastic technical wrestler, despite the fact that his legacy will be tarnished by the homicide murders.
And Raw is
Jericho! Jericho was a good one. And Eddie Guerrero was a fantastic technical wrestler as well. I think you could also include guys like Dean Malenko, people like that. But those 5 stick out for me. And they would all have great in-ring chemistry together as well, which is the staple of a great technical wrestler, in my opinion. Who was your favourite wrestler or wrestlers growing up, and what promo or moment do you most remember them in? Yours will be Triple H, won't it?
Oh, yes. The thing that got me to Triple H is when I started watching it, he was going through the whole cheat to win thing, and obviously he had DX by his side, so it's all that. A particular moment would be one of them that stood out was that speech they made, Shawn Michaels, Triple H in China.
Oh, you mean they were swearing? Oh, that was so funny. For me, The Rock was my favourite wrestler growing up, and the promo moment I remember will be when he's going through the 6 people in the Hell in a Cell, going like the Rikishi, I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people in Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was great when he went through all 5 of the members. That will always be a massive standout moment for me for The Rock. I loved The Rock when I was a kid.
He definitely cut one hell of a great promo. Every promo made, there'll be a comedy line, a rip of someone. Yeah. Very entertaining.
What's the one thing that got you guys into wrestling? Feuds and storylines, I think, got me into wrestling.
The thing that got me into wrestling is one thing. The sledgehammer.
The sledgehammer got you into wrestling. One little piece of garden furniture or work furniture got him into wrestling. That's how great wrestling is. Just one tiny thing can get you into it. Ask NJ. Howard the Man. Who do you think will turn heel and face towards the end of 2012, early 2013? Daniel Bryan will be turning face soon.
True, I've got 2 names, because with Daniel Bryan, I think the WWE, he was a heel, but the WWE started to realise that they couldn't keep him that way, so they broke that. 2 names I'm going to quickly name is...
Ziggler. Ziggler's a big possibility.
So much possibility.
They could turn Miz face as well. There are a lot of possibilities. They've turned a couple of people face now. Who else could they turn?
Well, one thing, when you look at Dan, who do you think of people? Cody Rhodes. Because the thing about him, he's getting positive reaction from the crowd, but the WWE don't want that. No. So maybe they'll think, I just give up. Go on, Cody, have a little face for him.
Probably. I think he'll stay heel. He should just meet Orton. Maybe might turn heel. I doubt he will ever turn heel. What's the point? But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. You guys give us your thoughts. Who do you think could turn heel or face by the end of 2012-13? Why couldn't WWE use Haku after Rikishi wound up with an injury in 2001? Haku is a badass and could have formed a tag team with Big Show as the new Colossal Connection. Oh, if only you were on the writing team in 2001, brother. That's all I can say.
That's very true. But the thing is, Rikishi stood out in many different ways. His wrestling, the way he spoke, his family, and the dancing.
Yeah, and Haku just wasn't really as good as Rikishi, was he? Unfortunately. I mean, it was a great wrestler and a badass, but he just didn't quite have the same thing Rikishi had. The it factor, you could say.
Very true indeed. That was sad. But yes.
Mr. Antominuza. I hope I said that correctly. He's got 5 questions for us. Cena or Robbie E? Who would you pick out of those 2?
Why not keep... The amount of times I've had to say his name in this flipping video. For flip's sake. Thanks, YouTubers.
Neither. Neither. Fuck it. I mean, at least Cena is at least a money draw, whereas Robbie E just sucks. So I'd say Cena. For business purposes.
Yep.
Will CM Punk ever have a year-long title run? Well, if this one isn't a year-long, then probably not.
CM Punk is someone that I think the WWE could have kept the belt on for a year if it's not been a year, but if this is not, like Dan said, this is not it, no.
Should WWE go no adverts and no more dark matches? With no adverts comes very little revenue, so I wouldn't recommend Vince McMahon do that, because business would get very low if he didn't have adverts.
That's very true, because it's adverts that make money, and Vince is all about the money. But if we go back to the Raw that had no adverts,
awesome.
The thing that I liked about it, there's no cut-off during matches, and that does annoy a lot of fans.
What I like right now is, I mean, obviously you get that on TNA now, you can view the matches during commercial, and I like that. I wish WWE would do that on their YouTube as well. That's a good addition, in my opinion. Will a big WWE pay-per-view ever come to the UK?
Yes.
I hope it does, but I don't think it will, purely because of the time difference. It would draw a great gate and really get a lot of money for WWE. Look at SummerSlam 1992, but I don't think it would happen. I really wish it did, though. We've got a good stadium. Wembley Stadium's fantastic for WWE events, people.
WWE, give us WrestleMania now!
We want WrestleMania here in England so we can go to it. That's all we'll say about that. What's your predictions for the next 3 WWE champions and world champions? Well, we've got Punk, Cena, possibly Rock for the WWE Championship. Sheamus, Ziggler, who? Barrett for the World Heavyweight? Yeah?
Could be.
Would we say those 3?
I think that would be the way to go.
Contributing Money in the Bank, possible WrestleMania match with Rock going after the title and current champions.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, those will be the next 3, really. That's been another Q&A from us, the British Fish. Yes, it's gone on a long time, but we have a lot of questions to get through, and we're trying to get through them as quickly as possible. So all your questions indeed do get answered. We are very fan-friendly here at the British Fist.
Oh, yeah.
So comment your thoughts on the questions you've had down in the comment section below. Keep sending in your questions as well. And how the bloody hell do you do that, MJ? I don't know. Maybe I'm just retarded or something. I don't know. But to leave you with an outro, I'll give you to the one and only MJ.
Thank you very much, people. This has been a video from Mr. Parkin and me and Jay. Till next time, YouTubers, thank you very much for your questions. Keep them coming in. And till next time, YouTubers, goodbye.